Hello everyone and welcome to the unsQuare sQuarecaSt episode 3. Today I have a special guest.
No you don't. It's just me.
Andy.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was supposed to be a joke there. It was supposed to be much funnier, but this kid ruined it.
Oh, thanks.
Anyway, this episode is going to focus on the ocean of something and the underrepresentation of something else in video games. Andy, what's the topic?
Well, that's not how I worded it. Animals.
That's much less interesting than how I worded it.
Animals in games.
Oh, there we go. That's what I was waiting for.
What do
Plank.
you know?
Ah, tasty. Anyway,
It's empty.
you shouldn't have drank it all.
Wow, you're a moron, Andy, for consuming the resource you were provided.
Yeah,
God!
exactly. Little freak. There.
Can you hear me now?
They could probably hear you before, but I was fixing your mic for you. Anyway, dogs are very represented in video games, with dog meat being invincible in the new Fallout 4 game. Call of Duty...
Until his scripted death at the end, I'm
Until
sure.
his scripted death at the end, he's sure. Not dog meat. Call of Duty Ghosts, or as people like to call it, Call of Duty Dogs, because you get to be a dog, I think.
Get to command a dog.
You get to command a dog. And then, you know, there's attack dogs in Call of Duty Black Ops and Black Ops 2, and probably Black Ops 3, which no one will be surprised by, because that's going to be a really bad game. Where else are dogs represented, Andy?
Fable 3, you get a dog companion, and there's DLC, which you have to pay for, to get additional costumes for the dog.
Then, of course, there's Nintendogs, the game about taking care of a puppy dog.
Which only received cats until a later iteration in the series.
There's 4
The
dogs
series
in the
still
Smash Brothers Nintendogs stage, and 1 cat that appears rarely, as they put it. Bless its
You can
soul.
put an end to animal abuse.
Called out to support.
Rarely.
Just follow the number below.
You can rarely put an end to animal abuse. You can also fill my money back up. What?
Okay.
You can also end James abuse, but you don't have to.
Yeah, no one wanted to.
So...
We are going to argue with you guys today, even though you aren't technically here to argue, about dog representation. Because although animals in gaming are wonderful...
Underdog representation.
Though animals in gaming are wonderful all the time,
Except when you kill them.
except when you kill them. That's kind of depressing, you know. Knifing dogs in Call of Duty is kind of
Unfortunate.
unfortunate. Hilarious, but unfortunate. Either way, we have some animals that we'd like to see more in games, and we will explain why. Andy, start the list.
Cat.
You're going to be
Cats.
providing the reasons here. Go ahead.
Alright, well, in the games that I played, Twilight Princess, Grace's F,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Real
Zillia
life.
too.
What?
Zillia too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Ow.
Cats are mostly like fan service, essentially, or like tied. Like dogs are very physical. Dogs are very like they rip your throat out and that sort of thing. Cats are more.
They're there. They're just
cat-
put there to be a set piece.
Cats-
It doesn't make sense.
Cats are more mystical or tied to some sort of otherworldly force, like
And Tales of Grace's F.
psychic powers or telekinesis, or like knowing what shouldn't be known.
Yeah, they're
Talking
kind
to
of
the dead.
omnipotent, which is good in some cases.
So it's cool how dogs and cats, the classic pairing, have their own divisions. But I feel like that can be broken because cats can hurt, and not all dogs
Go to heaven.
can hurt. Not all dogs can hurt.
Some do. Some don't.
They can hurt your heart.
They hurt my heart. Cats in
So
Nintendogs and cats act like the dogs. You're right. I've never played. I wouldn't know.
He's obviously qualified to speak about this.
Well, then you talk about it. You played the game.
You are right.
Okay, well, he played Nintendogs and Cats. Andy, describe the cat experience there. Is it worth buying just to have a cat?
The only real difference between the dog and the cat's behavior is cats are much more, when you play with them, they're a lot more stationary, sort of. Like for a dog, you can throw a frisbee.
They don't fetch.
For a dog, you can throw a frisbee out in the yard. For a cat, you just throw a mouse across the room. And for a cat, you have to groom them a lot more to keep them happy than a dog.
Which is not true, because cats usually just groom themselves to make themselves happy.
James, pet caretaker of the year. Just let him do it himself.
Believe me.
They were born to hunt, right? They don't need food.
Not,
You're a horrible person, James.
that was not what I was getting at, but okay. Sure.
So
Throw my words out of proportion.
These predetermined stereotypes that gaming seems to have formed. Not unlike men and women. Ha 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 ha.
But we're talking about cats and dogs and other animals.
These roles that have been assigned to dogs and cats could be broken.
Very true.
And, shaken up.
Another example of cats being misrepresented in games, giving omnipotent powers and abilities to transport you to other worlds, is Tales of Grace's F. I believe if you find a cat, every cat in the game...
I believe.
Right?
We didn't do it.
No, we did do it.
We did do it. We know why it happened.
I'm just trying to remember.
You find every cat in the game and feed it fish.
Find every cat in the game and feed it some kind of fish, right?
Yes.
It'll transport you to basically another world. This new world, has the ability to watch skits you've seen.
Has the ability.
What else?
It's essentially like the recap world where you can do.
And it has an expensive shop.
Yeah, you can. It's like 100%ing the game reward room where you can look back and move forward.
Basically, and it's got a really expensive shop, and the ability to
move forward,
and the ability to craft weapons and items that you couldn't craft anywhere else, or craft anywhere else, I guess.
Their whole world is the litter box.
Literally or figuratively?
Figuratively.
Okay.
Anyway.
That would make a lot of sense. Where else have we seen cats? Oh,
Cats can... Oh, go ahead.
Tales of Grace, is that? Or Tales of Xillia 2?
Yep.
Tales of Xillia 2.
We don't know what happens in this one. You just have to find cats.
We just find cats.
Oh, and cats retrieve items for you. That's useful.
That is very useful.
Dogs don't do a thing.
Well, dogs can retrieve the souls of your enemies.
No, they can't.
Yes, they can.
When? Have we done that?
Maybe.
We haven't. We haven't had to. No more soul orbs, James.
Damn it. No.
It's a bad thing?
No. We never talk about soul orbs.
Good.
Never again.
Good.
They're awful. They're terrible. They eat your soul slowly.
Cats are used in war.
Cats are used in
A cat was trained to have a microphone and a camera on its back and infiltrate, I think it was during the Cold War, infiltrate a communist building somewhere. I forget exactly what the circumstances were. But a cat was trained to do it, and he passed all the tests, and he was going to do it really well. Guess what happened?
He got bored.
No.
He died.
Stop that.
He got captured.
No.
He died.
Yes.
Aww.
Got run over by a van. James, you splattered Coke all over the Super Mario. Are you kidding me? Why would you do that?
It's covered in plastic.
Yes, but you don't do that.
We have another one.
You're covered in skin, but do I slather you in tar?
No, that would...
Everything is falling over, James. Those are candy tins, by the way. No, leave them. Took me 5 minutes to stand the thing. I'm not letting you do it.
That was easy.
You did it the wrong way.
No, I just so happened to not care.
Anyway. But we see cats are used in war.
Cats are used in war until they're run over by trucks, apparently.
I feel like cats could be used in a Metal Gear game where you take control of the cat and go through air ducts and stuff that are too small for Snake or whoever.
Same could be said for dogs, though.
No. How?
The air ducts are usually small enough for small dogs to fit too.
Yeah, small dogs. But there's a difference between every cat and small dogs.
That's true. Okay.
Because cats tend to have a a relatively consistent size, height.
Besides Munchkin cats, they're adorable and tiny,
Those
and
are just short.
they're very adorable. If you don't know what a Munchkin cat is, look up.
Munchkin cats. I
No,
know.
no. What is it? Not angry cat.
Munchkin cat.
Not what is it? Not angry cat.
Munchkin cat. As
No.
you just said.
What's the name of that fucking cat? Not angry.
You ever
cat.
heard of this thing called this? Well, don't look it up on Google. There's this other title that
No,
it goes
you
by
just-
that I didn't use for some reason.
What's it called? Not angry
I
cat.
have no idea what you're talking about.
The little Munchkin cat that's famous.
Wow. A Munchkin cat that's famous.
It's not angry cat.
Never heard of such a phenomenon.
What is the cat?
Not like the breed became famous, hence why you know about it.
What?
Why are we talking about this? This is supposed to be about games.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out. It's gonna bother me. It's not angry cat. What the fuck is it?
Why are you so worked up about it?
Because I have to know what it is. What is it? It's not angry
It's
cat.
a cat. What does it matter what it is?
What is the name of the cat with the angry face?
It's a cat.
I know.
What cat has an angry face? Except most.
The famous Munchkin cat with the face that looks constantly pissed off.
I don't know what you mean.
This can bother me.
Alright. So if it wasn't clear already, we're talking about underrepresentation of animals and how they could be represented and used for good, potentially solid gameplay in today's modern world.
Because cats can be used outside of the realm in which they're put.
They can fight.
They can fight.
Dogs can fight. Dogs can...
Grumpy cat! That's the name of the cat. Look that up if you want to know what a Munchkin cat is.
He's
It's
not a
adorable.
Munchkin cat. He's Siamese.
No, it's a Munchkin cat.
He's Siamese. Look at that. Is that a Siamese cat?
Yeah, it's a Munchkin cat.
Yeah.
Munchkin.
You just said it's Siamese.
It's also a Munchkin cat.
That's not... It's mutually exclusive. Unless he's just born with shorter legs.
He's an actual Munchkin cat.
He's a Siamese.
And a Munchkin cat.
Okay.
Jeez. I should not have to argue this with you. You should know this.
Yeah,
and
you should.
Yeah, exactly. You should know this.
Anyway.
Cats need to be represented better in games.
I believe you.
Cats as a whole are very misinterpreted in games, while dogs as a whole are very interpreted well. As killers, as fighters, as little bitches that kill you.
These stereotypes are wrong. On the other hand, these stereotypes are right.
No, I'm just saying the stereotypes.
That dogs are interpreted well is a stereotype?
Whatever.
Mute your computer.
Mute your computer.
I already did.
Cats should be used better in games. They can fight.
Cats should be used.
If you're just gonna pull apart everything I say,
You need to say it right.
I was saying it right. You're just being a dick.
Cats should be better represented, more diversely, to contribute to the gameplay of today's modern gaming industry.
I'm so sorry I didn't add 50 more words to that one sentence I said.
You have to be careful, James.
I don't have to.
Marriage equality is a thing now. You gotta be careful.
You mean marriage is a thing now?
Marriage equality.
Whatever.
Marriage was already a thing. You can't just say marriage is a thing now. It's marriage equality is a thing now, politically.
Maybe you're a thing now.
I hope. Am I legal yet? Anyway, what now? I think we covered cats.
Well, I feel like we should cover the variations that we see in video games. Like, you see more evil cats than you do evil dogs. Look at the.
I'm gonna need help on that one.
Look at the Tales of series. There's a bunch of evil
I'm
cats.
gonna need help on that one.
What?
Go on.
If you look at the Tales of series, if you look at most video games, there's usually an evil cat enemy. Like,
most video games, yeah. You know Last of Us? You know, that legendarily evil cat enemy? Ah, so difficult. What a bullet sponge.
He's just gonna be a dick. He's gonna be a dick this entire episode. This
Alright.
episode is gonna be Andy's a dick.
I remember what you mean. In Tales of in some Tales of games, there's a cat enemy, just a generic, you find him out in the field, enemy who happens to be a cat. But what you also find is wolves, canines, who are dogs.
Yes. I'm just saying, in
So-
most cases, there's a cat enemy more than there is a dog enemy. There's more dog-like enemies than there are cat-like enemies in video games.
Okay, look at every Call of Duty iteration.
Mhm.
Dogs?
Not all of them.
Dogs?
What about them?
Are they in them?
Some of them.
Dogs? Say yes or no.
Yes, they're in some of them.
Cats?
No, never. I said, Andy, it doesn't. He's just gonna be.
All right, here. In the Monster
Fine,
Hunter.
I will comply with your argument. I will dumb it down for you so you know what you're saying.
Go ahead.
No, that's what you're about to do to me.
No, I'm not. I'm presenting another example. In the Monster Hunter series, cats work as your companions. They're
that's right.
They're given intelligence. They're sort of comic relief, which is, the most empowering thing any character can be. But yeah, they're strong elements of the game, and they're even treated to their very own DLC packs, which is just dressing them up in costumes.
I didn't
Again,
think about
very
that.
empowering. But dogs aren't given that treatment. I don't think dogs are even in the game, are they? Because it's mostly
I
just
didn't think about
dinosaurs.
that. That's a really good point.
Yes, thank you.
Monster Hunter, the game that represents cats correctly, except the fact that they're bipedal instead of quadrupedal.
But then they couldn't hold weapons.
It's true.
That's more of an art style deal.
Yeah,
Cats can be bipedal.
yeah, they can.
Anything can be.
Except dogs.
Evolution.
End of argument.
Just, if you think an animal can't be something else, just say evolution.
It'll shut
It'll
the
probably-
people up.
It'll probably happen in the next millennium.
Probably. I'd like to see bipedal cat. That'd be cool. Like a literal one instead of like an evolutionized one, not like one just walking around on two.
An evolved one.
Yes.
Evolutionized.
Making up word stints.
Stints. Waking up word stints.
Oh dear.
Alright, any others?
Trying to think.
Oh, Mario has a cat suit, doesn't have a dog suit. And that suit is like the most fun.
It is basically
The
God.
most.
It is basically God.
So
In a
there's an empowering thing for you.
The cat suit is a very fun weapon. Plus, Bowser gets a cat suit variation, which is kind of weird to see. Isn't that like the first power-up he's ever used, except Power Stars?
Tanuki Lees.
Those don't count,
Why not?
because they're not really him.
He's used them. Because they're not really him.
Yeah, because they're Goombas every
When
time.
you lose a power-up, you lose a part of yourself.
You ever just want to punch somebody so hard they don't wake up?
Any other examples?
I'm trying to think of more.
Oh, Skyward Sword, those cat-like things that became the new cuckoos, essentially. Cuckoos are strong,
Those things are little bastards! Fucking hate them!
but they're strong.
They are terrible!
And cute, and they still maintain to be cute. And powerful. And they have a whole, little secret area devoted to them.
They're little pieces of crap.
A little like Grace's F.
Oh, pieces of crap. All they do is attack you at night. It's awful.
Every night.
Every night.
Every time you go to sleep in that game, which is probably twice.
Yeah, basically. Which is kind of weird. Sleep is underrepresented in games.
No, it isn't.
I know. What other examples of cats do we have?
Going to the bathroom sometimes.
Link meows in Wind Waker.
What?
Link meows in Wind Waker.
Yeah, that's about it. Even though cats aren't actually seen once, so that's a little confusing.
That's true.
Do cats exist in that
Yeah,
world?
like
Does Link just meow and hope that the lady thinks, alright, something is there that exists. Hopefully.
yeah, we never see a cat, do we?
No.
Like, there's
I just said
no cats in that game at all. I figured
No.
they'd be in like a house or something.
no.
Then why
Just
did Link
pigs.
meow? Why didn't he just like bark or something? Or oink?
Well, you don't see. Okay, oinks are hard to like mimic.
Oink. See?
Whoa. James, I never realized, but you are a pig. Too easy, too easy. Censorship.
Not censoring that. Fuck
Anything else?
you.
Oh yeah, the cat suit. Forgot.
You already said that.
Yeah, I just realized this.
So why did Link meow in Wind Waker? Like,
This is still on topic.
I still think
Promise.
it's funny. Like, I didn't think about it. Cats don't exist, but he meowed. So,
I don't know. Maybe can. Yeah, I don't know.
there's nothing cat-like in that game. Nothing cat-like in that game.
Nothing cat-like in that game.
What other examples of cats do we have? Do Wolfos count or not?
What?
Do Wolfos from Ocarina of Time count?
As cats?
No, as like in this example.
Well, I counted wolves and dogs as the same thing, so yeah, sure.
What about the Dark Nuts from Wind Waker? Because those are technically dogs.
Those are jackals.
Jackal! Jackal! It's a jackal! Is it a jackal? It's a jackal!
Different than wolves and dogs.
I don't know. He would know more than I would.
Twilight Princess, Giovanni gets cursed into solid gold, and his cat is also cursed into solid gold.
True.
So it's like that's a man best friend moment right there.
It is. Like, it's good to see that a cat was put in place of a dog.
Like when the curse was freed. Giovanni had all that wealth, but he also had his cat with him, and that was more important to him because he was just cursed into wealth. He didn't want it anymore. He just wanted to spend time with his kitty.
That's adorable. I like that. We're cat people, if you couldn't tell. For the most part. Or are you a dog person?
I'm a cat person.
Okay, he's a cat person. I'm just an animal.
James, are you a guy?
I don't know, are you?
I've never seen the counter example. Gamers.
Oh, we're
Anyway.
beautiful. While getting cats more represented in games for the adorable, lovely piles of hate and anger they may or may not be, what other animals should we see more representations of in general?
Horses.
I don't know. I think they're fairly represented.
As far as I can tell, all you do is ride on the horses, and that provides like gateways into further gameplay for the human character, but not for the horse itself. Because the argument is
Would Hyrule Warriors count as a counter argument there? Because you do technically control the horse.
yes, that would be a counter argument because the horse does attack in addition to Link attacking. So that
Yes.
is the horse being controlled
Just
and introducing gameplay.
if you've ever seen the Morale Destroyer in Hyrule Warriors, which is what we call it when you
So you definitely know what we're talking about because we made it up.
break down the enemy's
Shield
shield.
meter.
Shield, the guard meter. Epona kicks it in the face.
Bonda kicks everything in the face. You walk through it, she kicks it.
Pretty much.
Literally.
It's beautiful.
So yeah, that'd be a counterexample. I think I didn't play it, but in Red Dead Redemption, the horse.
Does act by itself and murder shit. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Red
So
Dead.
there's a counterexample.
Red Dead Redemption did
Oh,
well
that
with
game.
horses.
Red Dead.
He's an ass.
Really hard
He's
to
an
spell.
ass.
A lot of
His name is
B's and
Zanny.
L's.
He's an ass. This is a fun episode.
What else?
Where else have we seen? I mean, Ocarina of Time, that's an argument in his favor because you are controlling the horse as the person on the horse.
Yeah.
It doesn't really provide you with much.
And the horse, Epona, is entirely optional.
True. Actually,
Yeah.
no, it's not.
Entirely optional. You don't have to get Epona.
Don't you need her to get to the water temple?
No. Why would you
Jump over the gate?
jump over the gate?
Yeah, there's a gate in front of Lake Hylia.
You can get in there through other means, like the cave underneath Zora's fountain. Zora's fountain. Yes, the cave under
No,
these
that's
doors.
frozen. Remember?
Okay, then.
If you're adult.
Okay, if you're adult Link, then you have the Serenade of Water.
What'll that do?
Take you to Lake Hylia, where the water temple is.
But you don't learn that until you get to the water temple and beat the water temple.
You get that in the ice cavern.
No, you don't. Do you?
Infuriated right now. You get that in the ice temple.
Okay, fine.
You don't remember that iconic moment of Sheik teaching Link that song in that beautifully designed ice cavern room after defeating the White Wolfos?
For the record, guys, I really should pause. Just freeze yourself for a minute. For the record, guys, I really
Why?
should.
Because we're in the ice cavern? Where it's cold?
For the record, I really should remember this because the Serenade of Water has been my ringtone for as long as I can remember. Until, you know, the Nocturne of Shadow. But that was only a few weeks ago. Now, continue your argument. Because I don't remember it.
Epona is entirely optional. You don't need her throughout Ocarina of Time, even though she was planned to be Super Mario 64, and then built from the ground up to be an Ocarina of Time, but they left her entirely optional, which I find stupid.
I don't think that's okay. That's fine.
And she got like half of a mention in Wind Waker as a drawing. Didn't even like directly address it.
Kind of depressing.
Very depressing.
I believe you do need Epona in Majora's Mask.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's not.
But it's just Link controlling her, so.
Yeah, it's.
I guess that is kind of a.
I mean, it's kind of forcing you to have a horse, which is fine.
Yeah, but you're kind of riding a pony and giving her as much strain
It's a
as
pony.
an adult horse. So that's kind of animal abuse a little bit. Just a little bit. Epona probably died with Link in those woods. Whoa. Oh, in Twilight Princess, she gets dialogue. So that's kind of like a horse having character. So that's cool.
What?
Yeah.
Epona can talk?
Yeah.
How?
When you're Wolf Link, you can talk to animals.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I didn't even have to explain it.
No.
When you're Wolf Link, and that in his head said, "Oh, that's how logic happened. How do that?"
I knew you could talk to animals as Wolf Link, yeah.
Okay, then that was a stupid question on your part.
I think you're a stupid question on your part.
What a stupid port this is.
Where else have we seen horses?
There are a lot less in games than cats.
Well,
Because like cats are easier to just slap anywhere.
It's true. You can kind of recognize them right off the bat. Dogs too.
Completely opposite of what I just said. Horses are like big, and you have to model them. And if you have a horse somewhere in a game, the player's immediate reaction is, "Hey, let's ride that. That'll be easier." So horses are inherently tied to
riding things.
No, somehow changing up the gameplay. So I guess they are more empowered slightly than cats, because when you see a cat, you're just like, "Hey, cat," and that's it.
Just stay away from it. It's gonna scratch me. Scratch me. Well, I believe that would you agree that the Tales of series has a lot of horse-based enemies as well?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Well, wait.
Because there's a lot of dog-based enemies.
Not really. There's more horses than dogs, and there's more dogs than cats.
I would believe that.
Like if you put wolves and dogs together, which I do, for the sake of this argument.
Do we put foxes with them too?
Sure.
Okay. Foxes are adorable. Let's get a fox. We might eat Ivan, but...
Oh, Star Fox.
Oh, wow.
There's a cat. Well, it's a panther.
It counts.
Okay. There's
Panther Caroso.
Panther antagonist and a fox protagonist.
Not a wolf protagonist. Or antagonist, sorry.
Yeah. So there's already more dogs in that game. Whoops.
That's fine. We haven't seen a horse in there. We see a pig and a lizard.
Well, I mean, horses are, like, they're just big creatures.
I don't know. Yeah, that's true.
Like, downscaling a horse to the size of a fox, even in a cartoon setting, that's...
You would have to suspend your belief a little bit more.
Suspension of disbelief.
There you go. Where else have we seen horses?
Yoshi kind of works like a horse. A bit. Should we count that?
No,
Okay.
because that's. Yeah, that doesn't really count. Yoshi's cool.
Let's lean down so we can expose as much of the background as possible.
We're in a house.
Lovely.
If you couldn't tell,
I'm on a horse.
couldn't tell already, we're in a house. So what else have we seen horses?
Dogs are tied to masculinity. Cats are tied to femininity. Femininity.
You're fine. Yeah.
What are horses tied to?
Mobility.
What are horses tied to?
Mobility.
That was terrible. Don't do it again.
I didn't do anything.
You made a pun.
No, I didn't.
What are horses tied to as far as men or women?
I think it's kind of in between. I think it's like,
Yeah, why?
I don't know, you don't really see men or women going toward or against horses in most cases. I don't think there's a real, I don't think you can,
I'm a woman and I'm against horses.
I don't think you could place, I don't think you can say like horses are more masculine or more feminine. I think it's just kind of smack dab in the middle.
Like when I see a horse that's like darkly colored, then that feels more masculine to me. But when I see a Pegasus or a unicorn, that feels more feminine. Because like, you know, sparkles, pretty.
That's true. Yeah. Like Aska from Tales of Symphonia.
Yeah.
Yeah. That feels more feminine.
Yeah.
I think it can go both ways. Cats are usually looked at as feminine. Yeah, I see your point now.
Horses are surprisingly diverse. You got Pegasi and unicorns.
Yeah.
And zebras. And kind of giraffes. Bit.
I'll let you have that one. But yeah, dogs are seen as more masculine. Cats are seen as more feminine. I believe. So would you say that horses could go both ways?
Yeah, I guess so. But
I have a point.
Hang on.
James wins.
Maybe
It's
that's-
0.1 out of his 0.5.
No. I think that might be a little bit of a bad thing because, like, the whole thing of dogs is man's best friend. So like they're about on the same level as humans, and then so it's gonna be a bit of a stretch, but keep up with me. So dogs are man's best friend, and they're tied to masculinity. Cats are tied to femininity. So let's put them on the same level as humans, just for fun. Horses, they don't have any sort of gender assignment, and they're not really respected by humans as a pet, so much as just something that does a job, a tool, I guess. So maybe them not having a gender assignment, correlation, whatever you want to call it, is just people putting horses further into the dirt.
Do you think that works? Do you think that works in the horse's favor, not having a specific gender assignment, or do you think that we need that? Like society, obviously society doesn't need gender assignments to certain animals, but do you think it would work better for the horse in video games as if it was assigned to a feminine or a masculine area?
You could argue either way. I mean, you could say that horses have just transcended gender identities and it's just on another third plane.
But fuck you!
Or you could argue that humans are just stepping on it, stepping all over it, and they don't
We're actually
care,
riding on it.
and they don't care to sympathize it to assign it a stereotypical gender. So you can go either way, but that's another reason why horses need more representation, more diverse representation in the gaming industry.
I don't want to see a unicorn or a pegasi. I want to see a goddamn horse.
Yeah. This got deeper than I thought it would.
Now, should we talk about another animal that deserves a gender representation, or do we talk about another animal that needs not one?
Just talk about another animal, see where it takes us.
Spiders.
Okay.
That's been in my head for an hour now.
Wow.
Spiders.
Spiders, personally, I see as feminine. Probably because in
You're a feminist?
the more common spider species, the female is larger than the male, and people fear larger spiders. So like when you play a video game and they're using spiders specifically for that fear factor, you tend to see the larger spiders. So in my head, I just think, oh, that must be a female spider, and then the male spider's just over there crying because he's so small, so small.
He sits here because he has some of the best points you guys will ever hear.
I think about this stuff all day. It's sad, isn't it?
No, keep thinking.
You don't assign spiders. Well, I do, I guess. You don't assign spiders gender. I'm saying correlation. That's probably the wrong word. You don't assign spiders gender correlation because they're just purely enemies. They aren't something you can sympathize with. They're just purely for enemy. Designated to be an enemy or boss.
Would you count Goma as an arachnid of some kind?
That was probably a transition in the editing. Yeah, she is designated as an arachnid in her title. I forget what it is, but it has arachnid in it.
So, I guess that does have a point. Because, I didn't think about it like that. Bigger spiders are female.
Like Goma and Wind Waker, I saw that and I thought, oh my god, I'm afraid of her. Her. Her.
If we didn't pound the nail in her head.
I hope we edit that.
No, we'll leave it
No.
I think that's interesting.
Are there any instances in gaming where you're meant to sympathize or meant to like ally a spider at all?
I'm thinking.
Like directly? I don't think there is.
Do Monster Collection, like in Tales of the game we don't talk about ever, that had a Monster Collection?
Or Final Fantasy? No.
That doesn't count?
No, because that's just an enemy working for you. That's not an ally. That's still an enemy. It just changed sides. Like, when you consider an enemy... My phone's going off. When you consider an enemy, like, going to your side, but it doesn't have any character to it, it's purely... It's just fighting... Okay. Take an enemy's AI, and the only thing you do is change attack, player to attack, enemy, so that it no longer attacks the player. That's not an
That
ally.
doesn't count as an ally. You are basically taking a monster and putting it on your side. It's
really
a
no
zero
different.
development, very lazy way to get more allies. Sorry. Go ahead. You know what? Tear down what I said. Go ahead.
Okay.
Make me an idiot.
Adding game content is wrong if you don't put in enough effort, okay?
It's not what I was saying.
All those excess weapons and Tales of, you want to make some effort!
Not what I was saying.
Anyway. So no, like, when I say any spider allies in gaming, I mean, like, they have a name, they have potentially a backstory. They have a specific character design. They are just a thing with 8 legs. They have a coat.
That'd be cool. I'd like to see a spider with a coat.
But I can't think of any.
Neither can I.
I was about to say the Queen Bee from Galaxy. That's not a spider.
That is not a spider.
That's not a spider.
I'm sure there's probably spider allies with actual stories and clothing, but
Probably in, like, niche games.
yeah, games that we probably never heard of. Yeah. That's, wow.
By contrast, bees have plenty of representation on both sides.
Yeah, they do. Bees are fearsome.
Like, bees are commonly enemies, but Galaxy, Galaxy 2, Earthbound, Link to the Past.
Link Between Worlds.
Yeah, those have bee allies.
Those have good guy bees.
Those have good guy bees. And that's different than what we said earlier of, like, changing the AI just so it fights against enemies. Like, that's different. You have to actually do something to have that happen. And it does change how the bee functions.
It's true. Just like the good bee in A Link to the Past. Good bee. Good bee. Kill.
The golden bee in Between Worlds as well.
Such a beautiful bee.
Okay, So, would you say spiders have gender thing?
No, I didn't. I figured they were like horses. They were never really assigned a gender. They would just be evil.
I feel like we have to assign genders more to evil, just so we can understand it.
Well, then would you say that more females are assigned evil characteristics than males? Because you're.
I don't know, man. That's not something I think about.
Okay, never mind then. We'll call this one. I was gonna say, like, Goma would be.
I don't know, man.
Goma would be an accurate representation of more females. Like a point in the male's favor, saying females are more represented as the evil character.
James just said that Goma is an accurate female representation. Remember, ladies, you're pretty much equivalent to a giant lava spider. Not even a giant lava spider, giant lava millipede arachnid. With thick armor that has to be bursted by the butt end of a dragon.
Not what I was saying, but
You're
okay.
too shy for us.
Break your shells, come on.
Come on out. Anyway, what other...
I think we'll attack one more animal.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of one, like a good one. Dragons.
Okay, dragons.
Dragons, the mythical creature.
That tends to be male.
I would agree. You don't see many female dragons, except Hooktail, Gloomtail, and Fracktail.
I swear...
Bonetail,
Wait,
sorry.
No, Bonetail is... Bonetail is the male. Fracktail and Hooktail.
Not Fracktail.
Not Fracktail?
Hooktail. Hooktail and Gloomtail. And
Oh,
Bonetail.
Gloomtail.
Yeah.
Hooktail, Gloomtail, but not Bonetail. From Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, by the way. I did not think Hooktail was a girl at all.
I didn't think that either.
So
like, that blew my mind.
So after I hear that, and then I see a purple dragon with the same design, I thought, okay, so this is a lady as well. Just get that straight. Don't get that wrong. Oh, it's a guy now! So... And it's purple, so what the heck?
I like that.
So, yeah, I tend to think of them more as male.
I would agree.
Just because they're big and scary and
Big.
tough and manly. And shoot it back and shoot it back and shoot it back and spit.
So, you're saying, the thing you just said, dragons are big and tough and manly. You wouldn't think that about a spider? Like, if you didn't think that, if you didn't know that bigger spiders were female, would you just assume big, scary, tough, it's manly?
I don't think of spiders as tough. Because they have an exoskeleton, and when I step on a spider, I don't think, wow, that was tough.
Fuck you, spider!
Yeah. Like, if I tried to step on a miniature dragon,
I
think it was tough, because that's still
would probably step back.
Yeah.
Be like, you want to step on me? Only in a
If I step on a miniature, short-legged cat, whatever it's called, I wouldn't think of that as tough. If I tried to step on a tiny German Shepherd, even if it's tiny, I'd still think it's tough. Because they just look tough. Spiders have, you know, pinprick legs. Dragons have huge, scaly limbs.
Dragons have a lot of representations. Like, way more.
And their designs are...
I would say
are-
dragons are the most represented thing in games. And animals in games, sorry.
humans.
Besides animals.
What I find interesting between dragons and horses is, like, horses have horses, unicorns, pegasi, and whatever else we aren't considering. There's probably more. But dragons, it's just like the European dragon with, like, you understand what I mean, European, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to explain it.
You're fine, go ahead.
And Chinese dragons, where it's long and serpent-like. That I can explain. Like, it's just those two, but they're both still dragons. And that's really it.
There's a lot of different kinds of dragons. Like,
No, just really those kinds, and then variations on them. Like, some have 4 limbs, others have legs and then wings.
some have no limbs, some are just serpent-like, which is totally cool.
Well, then those are snakes.
No, they have wings. They have no limbs.
Oh, yeah. Then that's just a Chinese dragon.
Totally cool.
No, never mind.
Go ahead.
No.
Fine. Yeah, I would go far.
Oh, and to lead back into the horse debate as well, I tend to think of Chinese and European dragons just all male. I don't know why, really.
We're not sexist.
It's just interesting to speak about.
It is. I think this was a very good topic. I would go so far as to say that dragons are the most represented animal in video games. Although mythical, that's the thing though. You have no base to go off of. There's no base animal to go off of when you're talking about a dragon.
Yeah, it's immediate creative freedom.
Exactly. Like if you go off a cat, it's already existent. You can see it, you can look at it, you can alter it how you want to. Fucking dragon, it's not there. It's just in your fucking head. Like the voices. Like the voices. Like the voices.
Never stop. Voice actors laughing. Yeah. Dragons.
You're a kid now, you're a dragon now.
Should have talked about squids.
Talk about squid.
Nah, not enough source material.
True. Another thing I don't really like is horses are usually a given to ride on. Like, do you mind if I use Skyrim as an example here? Because you can ride a horse.
Sure.
Skyrim. I'm going to use that as an example. If you don't agree, I don't care. Skyrim and most games, they see horses as the go-to ride-on animal to get places. Like, you don't see many people riding spiders or giant cats.
Minecraft having rideable pigs, that's strange. That doesn't make sense to me.
I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. And ride-on
Yeah,
donkeys.
it's a joke. Just
like horses in there.
makes sense.
And then you look at some of the DLC that games release that are more fantasy, like Skyrim.
You have to buy DLC in order to ride a dragon.
That's what I was getting to.
That's how unnatural the idea is.
Like, I don't see why riding a dragon is so unnatural to people.
Because dragons aren't seen as subservient, I think, to humans. So much as
Tales of
horses.
Symphonia, they are.
How?
Before you get to...
Oh, yeah, enemies ride dragons, sure, but that's one...
You get to ride dragons. Before you ride the Reards.
Is that debatable? Yeah. You do. But generally, even then, the idea was like, right, really? Because it was you riding a dragon, just didn't seem...
You didn't get to actually control the dragon. The dragon had
yeah, it was for a
path.
cutscene as well, so you didn't... It was purely cosmetic. They could have switched it out with anything, even Pegasi.
I believe these definitions of animals in gaming are changing very slowly over time. Would you agree?
Sure. I mean, they've stayed mostly consistent.
They've stayed very consistent. Like, I think we're seeing less pull toward the horse as the go-to rideable animal and more go to the dragon, because the dragon is so rare now that when people see ride a dragon, they're like, holy fuck, I want to ride a dragon. Let's do it.
Not just dragon, like
Basically.
Like skeletons on spiders in Minecraft.
That's scary.
Huh.
That is scary.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a rideable
just,
spider.
You don't really.
You should have thought of that one. Oh well. What else are we thinking of there?
What you thinking about?
Yeah, I think dragons should be a more go-to rideable animal. They shouldn't be just the giant hulking monster. I mean, they work as giant hulking monsters, don't get me wrong, but...
Just diversify what they can do, their roles.
Along with cats, dogs, and horses, and spiders. I mean...
Any animal at all. Spice things up.
Come on, gaming, do it.
Everybody happy!
I think this was a funny topic.
Funny.
Good. Are we done?
Yeah, I guess.
I can't think of any more big animals that we could use.
I don't actually have anything written here.
Yeah, I just had a list of animals.
Now I do.
Perfect! Anyway, we thank you guys for sticking around for this episode of the unsQuare SquareCast. Hopefully we'll be doing more. Andy? Any final notes?
Happy marriage!
Good job, everybody. We haven't redefined marriage. We just... Before I say something wrong, Andy, correct me there.
We haven't redefined marriage, but we have allowed more people access to it.
What he said. Good job, everybody. Thank you to those who waited, those who continue to wait, and those who have just gotten the freedom. You're all awesome.
Way to feel high and mighty.
Thank you.
I was wearing a Zelda hoodie or Link hoodie earlier. No, I'm not. And guess how sad I am about it.
Anyway, thank you guys for sticking around for this Squarecast. Congratulations, America. You have made one step toward a bigger step to making more steps to being a good thing.
Let's not linger on that.
Sorry. Anyway,
Animals in gaming was the prize.
Animals in gaming was our predominant topic today.
Yay.
Mostly spiders, horses, cats, dogs, and dragons. Hopefully some of our notes stuck with you. You think more about the animals in your games. And game developers.
And treat them right.
His words, not mine, his words. Anyway.
Hey man, animal rights was his idea. No. I'm not associated.
See you guys next time. Be the wonderful people we know you know how to be.
I didn't put a belt on this morning.
You didn't need to.